All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, May 31st. We got Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals to dive into in today's video. Like we always do, I'm going to dive into this game. I'm going to give you my prediction on the side. I'll give you my prediction on the total. We'll talk about any other plays like player props that we like within the game as well. But as always, guys, keep an eye down on the pinned comment below. That'll take you to all of my final plays, so I'm actually rolling with myself. If that does interest you, if you do want to fade me, all of that for free down in the pinned comment. All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I tell you guys I'm a dummy all the time. They don't suck. They've just been sucking. Get them down to -3 for more juice than Jose Canseco in his prime. Tell me you're new without telling me you're new. So don't go jumping down my throat in the comments, right? If you want to fade me, or if you do want to ride me, this still leaves a bad taste in my mouth, right? And remember, more chins, more wins. In terms of last game, so game number 5 a couple days ago, we did all right. We ended up going with 2 quarter unit plays, so not much risk there, but cashing both of them. Pascal Siakam under 21.5 points, and then Josh Hart over 8.5 rebounds. We shall take the cha-ching for that. Let's go ahead and do something similar today. We probably will keep it somewhat conservative, just in general, because obviously a lot of wonkiness in the playoffs, and it's the potential closeout game and all that jazz. But before we do get into that, guys, I do want to talk to you about Prize Picks. They have a great thing going on right now. They still have that play 5, get 50 instantly deal, which is an absolute no-brainer. 10x your $5 entry as a new customer. But for everyone else out there, if you're not a new customer and you still have Prize Picks, go check it out. A Karl Anthony Towns free square right now, 0.5 points. Not to spoil the player prop section of the video, but I do kind of like Karl Anthony Towns tonight. So for him to get 1 point, yeah, I think we can get behind that. So go ahead and check out Prize Picks, guys. That link will be down in the description as well as the pinned comment, or you can use code GUYBOSTON when signing up. You're going to get this play 5, get 50 deal. Think about that. $5 entry, right? Boom, 50 into your account. What if you cash that $5 entry? You still get that payout as well. So you get a nice little bankroll over on Prize Picks, and you get that cat free square. But let's go ahead and dive into this game. Like I said, game number 6. We're kind of spot on with game number 5, right? We liked the Knicks. We had the under, or lean towards the under, then those 2 player props. In this one, what I will say is I'm kind of sensing and seeing, at least even from the number side of things, which numbers can only take you so far when you've seen the same matchup 5 times in a row. But I do think that there's a lot of spots here in which we might be able to manipulate some numbers and put together a same game parlay. So over on my Instagram at evpicks, we might be throwing out a same game parlay today. That's picks with a Z. So keep an eye out for that. But if I had to pick a side here, and I am kind of enticed to do so, I do think Indiana closes it out here at home. The way the Knicks win that game, and I don't know if this has just been like every playoff game so far, but it seems like every win they have, the city, the arena, the Madison Square Garden goes crazy, and it's like they won the championship. They're interviewing players left and right, almost anticipating them saying, we're going to Disney World. Like, it's been pretty crazy. So I have a feeling here that was kind of like their, like, back against the wall. They won it in MSG, and boom, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like their peak in a sense. Whereas the Pacers now at home in a get-back spot, and I think this Pacers squad has shown that they are the better, quote-unquote, team in this series. I think the Knicks have more talent, but this Pacers team is in lockstep with one another, 90% of the time. I do think them being at home is going to be a massive, massive advantage here in this spot. So I lean towards the Pacers -4. I think I've seen some 3.5s out there as well. And I don't mind the idea of an over. If the Pacers win this game, I think it's because they run and they go out there and put up their, 115 to 130 like they have been doing all playoffs long. If this is a low-scoring game, that advantage meter starts to lean way over to the Knicks, because the Knicks are going to be okay with playing slow basketball, right? They were the far slower team over the regular season, and they've won a lot of low-scoring games here in the playoffs. I guess you could say in this series too, right? When they won, it was 106 to 100, and then last game was 111 to 94. So if this is a low-scoring game and you believe this could be a slow-paced game, then yeah, you're probably on the Knicks side of things. I think this is going to be more like a game number, game number 4, or I would say at most maybe, or at worst, maybe a game number 2, in which that one didn't get to this number. Or actually it did, right? Was that 222, something like that? So even at worst, I think this being in the 220. So I like the over. I like the Pacers. A lot of what we've seen defensively from the Pacers hasn't been all that great. It's been a lot more of Knicks shooting poorly, but Still, this Pacers team, I keep saying it over and over again, oh, they can't shoot like that forever and whatnot. As good as the Knicks defense plays, I still think that we see the Pacers make shots when they need to, being at home. So, yeah, this is one of those rare times where I'm putting a massive emphasis on home court advantage and just kind of going off of the recent games in terms of how the Knicks seem like they win the championship with each and every win. Maybe that's just the culture there and whatnot, and it is kind of cool. I'd love to be part of that. My Celtics are golfing right now, but ultimately, it's kind of a fall from grace walking now into Indiana, and they're at home with a closeout potential. So give me the Pacers as well as the over. In terms of player props, I do like Karl-Anthony Towns. Let me flip over to Outlier. Guys, if you want to check out Outlier, this link will be down below in the description, as well as the pinned comment. You get 7 days free of what I consider the best player prop research tool out there. They also have it for game picks and everything like that as well. If you are interested in Outlier Pro, they have an EV screen, they have a boost screen, they have an arbitrage screen, and a middling screen as well. You can set up all of your filters and all of that. This EV stuff is very, very cool. If you go in to set the filters up, there's a bunch of cool things you can do, especially looking at the DVig books and whatnot, and you can say setting the weighing method and whatnot, right? So say we want 2 books, we can start to weigh these, saying, okay, Pinnacle, we want to weigh a little bit more than MGM. Really cool stuff. So check out that link down in the description. But back to what I was talking about, I do like Karl-Anthony Towns over in points. Let's see if we can find him here. Reason being is he has some fantastic numbers that I think are kind of going under the radar against this Pacers team. So obviously this series, he's looked pretty good. 35-20, 24-24-24, right? In those games. But head-to-head, and we can get him right now at 21.5, right? Head-to-head, he's averaging 28.67 against this squad. The times that he's missed the mark of this 21.5, he's had 20 and 21 points. His field goal percentages aren't even, like, ridiculous, right? Like, he's scoring this with the shot, like, 47, 53% from the field. If you look at him this season, the guy was shooting 52% in general already, right? So I like him at home. 61% of games has gone over. On the road, 62%. It gets a little better. And check it out. On the road in Indiana, 30, 40, 24, 24. So I think Karl-Anthony Towns could be a good look today, especially given the fact that he's going to get a lot of quality shots. When you think about this Knicks team, yeah, Brunson's going to go off. He'll probably get to the line. I get it. Going to have a really high number, though. You have Bridges, but Towns, most of his points are going to come right at the rim and or getting to the line, and he'll hit a couple threes as well, right? So it's like he's going to be the guy that I would say they look for the easy bucket. Brunson, as amazing and as good as he is, Brunson has to work for his buckets, whereas Towns at times has looked like he's dominated this series. So I do like the idea of Towns going over his points line. From a Pacers perspective, I was thinking about Halliburton's assists, just because he's kind of been up and down so far this series. 11, then went 7, 15, 6. So it's like, again, up and down. What I will say in this spot is when he's been at home, he's been a little bit better here in terms of dishing the rock. And I think that the Knicks are going to say, hey, that guy's not going to beat us, right? Him and Siakam, I don't think have massive scoring nights. I just don't want to play the lottery game of, okay, well, which one is going to, because one of those guys will have a good game. But I think Halliburton, even if he has a good scoring night, could have a decent assist night as well. So I think that's a spot that I would lean towards as well. But like I mentioned, we might be throwing out a same game parlay because I'd love to get Towns at 18 plus, Brunson at 20, like that type of thing where we can knock these lines down, have a lot of action here on the game, and really get some ultimate enjoyment out of it, because I think it could be pretty damn good. So yeah, keep an eye on the final plays. It'll take you to the Guy Boston Sports site, and if we do post an Instagram here, EvPicks, EVPICKZ, spelling bee champ, we'll also put that link with the final plays. You guys can get there easily as well. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me. Really quick video here, just 8 minutes. I mean, some people are going to be like, 1 game, 8 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I could talk, but still quicker than normal. We'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.